Today we are bringing back Fashion Friday on Kababayan LA. I know a lot of you are channeling your inner fashionistas, and today we have our Kababayan pride also, Carlyn, Nuyda-Calloway here joining us to talk about some of the fashion, like Hollywood fashion that we saw on TV, in the newspapers, in magazines for this past week. Hello, first of all, and welcome to Kababayan
thank you for having
LA.
me here.
This is your first time in the studio, right?
That's right.
Yes,
that's right.
but we featured Carlyn. Her business is Thumbelina Design. She designs wedding gowns, and she designed, what's that, the headpiece of Julia Roberts.
Yes.
And you're designing, are you designing somebody else's
Well, I'm not supposed to say it yet.
Okay, but you'll be back. All right. That's a surprise for you guys.
Yes.
For today, though, we're going to be talking about some of the fashion, red carpet fashion in Hollywood. Let's start with Fergie on the red carpet of the AMAs. Let's take a look at this. Yes. What did you think of this?
You know, I think she's a beautiful girl. I think she's absolutely stunning. She's got an amazing figure. It's not my favorite look.
Why is that?
I think that it probably reads well in person. It just didn't read well for me on camera. I think it's appropriate for, you know, the type of event that she was attending. It's not my favorite look, though.
I like it. But you were saying that she's a rock star, so she gets away with it. So if I were to wear something like that, I won't get away with it.
You probably will.
I like the strong shoulders.
Yeah,
it's very in right now.
It's very in.
But what I noticed is it's too busy.
It's very busy, and I think that maybe I would have toned it down a little bit by maybe pulling her hair back so you could really see.
Right.
Although look at her, I mean, she's moving great. She's owning the dress, and like I said, it probably reads well in person. It just doesn't. It just doesn't move me.
Okay. What about Halle Berry? Always simple, and we all know that Halle Berry is always sexy, but she surprised everyone at the premiere of her latest film, Frankie and Alice, because she didn't wear the usual plunging whatever dress. And this one is very sophisticated.
I love it. I think this is a Pierre Balmain.
Yes, it is. Yes.
From the
Fall 2010 collection.
Yes. And I love. Well, Halle Berry can't do anything wrong. I mean, she's perfection.
What about the jacquard? Is that not too upholstery for you?
Not on Halle Berry. I think she wears it well. I think that on any other person, it might look a little bit more like a costume. But I think on her, she's got the perfect sensibilities for something like this, and I think it's a nice departure from what we're used to.
Okay.
We're always used to seeing Halle Berry in some sort of diaphanous feminine thing, and it's nice to see her kind of rock it out a little bit.
Right. Okay. Now you mentioned something. Is she wears it well? How do you wear something well?
Well, number one, when something fits you well, you are naturally more confident, wearing the piece that you're wearing.
Okay.
I think she wears it well because she brings the outfit or the dress to life.
Okay.
And I think she's toned it down because the whole outfit is very theatrical.
Okay,
and she's toned it down by a nude palette on the face.
Okay.
She didn't go crazy with her hair.
And no accessories.
No accessories, very minimal.
All right. Natalie Portman at the 20th Annual Gotham Independent Film Awards.
Gorgeous.
She wore this black off-the-shoulder belted dress from Lanvin for H&M.
Thank you for that.
Lanvin is now more
accessible to everybody.
Yes,
H&M does these capsule collections. Like not very long ago there was Karl Lagerfeld for H&M. Now we have Lanvin for H&M, and I think this dress reads very couture. I'm sure that it has an amazing price point.
And the best thing about this is we can wear this because we can afford it.
We can afford it, and it's designer.
Well, do you think that all the looks that we saw earlier, Fergie's and Halle Berry's and even Natalie's, do you think what kind of trend do they predict in terms of what we're going to be wearing at holiday parties?
I think that people are a little bit more on the, I think people are a little bit more, predisposed to doing something a little bit more fancy, lots of texture, colors, jewel tones, things like that. I think it might have to do with the times. Things are tough for people, so we express ourselves, in many ways, and sometimes we do that through clothing. So I think that's just kind of like my take on that.
Right. Well said. And that is why we trust Carlyn Nuyda-Calloway here on Kababayan LA to give us some fashion critiquing. Thank you so much for joining us
My
today.
pleasure. It was fun.
And if we want to get in touch with you, where can we get more information about you?
Thumbelina is located in Sherman Oaks on Ventura Boulevard. You can visit our website, thumbelinadesigns.com.
All right. Thank you so much. And you'll be back with some great news for us, right? We'll wait for that.
One of these days.
All right. More power to you. Magbabalik pa po ang Kababayan LA, all about ginseng. When we return, don't go away.
Monopoly is back at